My name is Kwame, and I'm here to actually share my journey. Henceforth, I've titled my presentation, My Journey So Far. So, regarding to myself, I'm a Band 5 mental health pharmacist, so I'm actually in the training process. And in 2022, I was awarded the Diana Award, which helped me to actually be part of the co-producers regarding to this program. So how I got to be part of it was I am a mental health advocate, apart from being a trainee pharmacist. I developed my interest in mental health when I had my own personal experience in 2015 when I actually encountered a short-term depression. So in 2017, it helped me to take it upon myself to raise awareness because I'm coming from a community whereby there's a lot of stigmatization regarding mental health. And even being a young black male, it's even worse because statistics shows that we are actually more prone to actually develop it because we are always exhibited as the tough ones. We don't tend to actually speak out. Henceforth, when I experienced it and someone closer to me also experienced it, it gave me that opportunity to raise more light on it. Henceforth, it developed my interest in the field and also be part of the co-producers whereby we'll be able to help young people to speak out and to be able to help them to be able to be part of decision making when it comes to mental health. So in terms of sharing my experience, as already shared, in 2015, I had a short experience when it came to depression that actually helped me to be able to become more confident in speaking about it and even to be able to share my experience because as they say that if you actually get the experience, it helps to be able to share it from your inner soul. It's not just something that I've actually read inside a textbook or something that I've been taught on the job. So in terms of that, being an advocate helped me to be able to signpost people because when I had that experience, I didn't know where to attend, who to go to, even to speak about it. I became very oblivious about it because I didn't believe that I'm experiencing that because no one within my community had even opened up to talk about it. How much more me being able to actually see it. However, through my own research, I got to know about it. So in 2017, it made me become more confident to use my social media platform to throw more light on it. And that's how I actually started my advocacy. Being part of the co-producers of the Young Change Makers help us to allow young people to make decisions that make them representative. As they say, that representation actually matters when it comes to decision making. And most often, when it comes to being black or mixed race black background, it becomes very difficult for their experience to be out there. So being part of the co-producers helps me to be able to make events and also run stuff like the Best Educators Guide, which helps to be able to tailor solutions to how young people will experience, be it workplace or even in schools, to be able to help their experience to be taken into account when it comes to decision making. A definition of microaggression is a subtle form of discrimination and prejudice that really occurs unconsciously or unintentionally that takes in the form of racism, sexism towards a marginalized group. And as a young person, a young black person, it's something that tends to actually happen, as it made mention. It's something unconscious that it could be in the form of a comment, it could be in the form of compliment. However, the delivery ends up actually coming across differently. So it's not the intention of the person who is making that comment to make any offensive comment. However, it's the actions that actually remind the person or individual that if they are actually trusted in the community they are in, or the school or the workshop that they are actually, the workplace that they are in. So this tends to actually create a level of miscommunication. It could actually take in the form of mistrust. It could create hostility or even invalidation. And microaggression is one of the subtle forms that tends to have effect on young people's mental health because they feel like they are not being appreciated enough or they feel like they are not good enough to be in a certain community or to take certain positions, and it tends to also affect their achievement as well. So I will hand it over to my colleague Lanre, who is actually going to draw more depth onto microaggression. So this one is a young black student who is very articulate in public speaking is noticed by the head teacher of the school after representing his year group in a school speech competition. This has impressed the head teacher, so he has enrolled this young person on a summer public speaking course to leverage his interest and talent in public speaking, as he reckons this student has the potential of being a great advocate and potentially an outstanding lawyer in future. Would you classify this as microaggression, or would you classify it as not microaggression? I'm really actually glad that everybody has got an idea or they've got their views regarding to every situation. That's how it feels like in the real world. You wouldn't know whether it is or not unless the person themselves actually come out to tell you about their experience. Because as made mention of it, imagine this young black kid has actually had similar experience before whereby all the time he's being chosen or whatever. It could trigger him to make him feel like, why is it that all the time I'm the one being chosen? What is their intention and stuff like that? So it could be based on their previous experience. It could be based on the intention of the person selecting them. So just some takeaways about microaggression that I would like to actually share is that it kills the confidence of black and mixed race young people in achieving their full potential. It could also take different shape or forms such as prejudice, sexism, and racism. And also people interpret things differently, since microaggression could be an unconscious comment passed to a young black or mixed race person. Therefore, we must be strategic when questioning or passing compliment in different environments. And also, we must be very vocal in speaking out if we experience ourselves or observe microaggression in school or at a workplace, as it could also affect the mental health of the victim or yourself. So those last two are really, really dear to me because being vocal is really, really important. I personally have experienced it in work and I was very vocal about it. I made the person who was in charge, made them know that this is a subtle microaggression that I'm experiencing, and other people too saw it. So by being vocal about it, it wouldn't sit within me. It will help them to know that this is how it looks like, because sometimes we tend to forget that education also plays a role. Some people have not been educated about it, so they don't even know how to pick out those lines. So that's how, or this is where I will end our presentation. So thank you very much for listening to us.